dust kicks up, settling on the silver frame. Two shadows watch me through the window pane. And I find my shelter in the shifting pines, tracing the scripture in these tired lines. Far from the stone, but close to the light, they're guiding the wheel through the dead of the night.
Hello everybody, welcome to our latest installment of the Pauly Perspective. It is 10:58. I slept in this morning, this Saturday morning. August 8th. Actually, I got up and fed Ella, and then I went back to bed. And she's still in bed, and I'm up. But my main couple of missions this weekend. One, I get a ride into church through Allevi, through my medical insurance, so I'm looking forward to see how that plays out. They just texted me about an hour ago. That's what woke me up, and we just double checked. Oh, we're going to pick you up like between 8:45 and 9:15, which means they'll probably pick me up like 8:30. I don't have to be at church until the sermon starts at 10. But I have a feeling they will pick me up super early, so I'm probably gonna set my alarm for 7 in the morning. And I was telling you last time, which I think was Wednesday, about the problem I had with my gas alarm going off, my gas leak alarm going beep, 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 beep. Well, I got a fix for that. I had that happen when I first got Ella. I was living in Seminole. And a school friend, let me borrow her house for several months, and the stove stopped working. It had some sort of malfunction, so I just got out and got a hot plate. You know, one of these portable burners. You just plug it in; it'll burn it'll cook your food. It'll be a little bit more of a challenge to do this here in a camper, but I think it can be done. So I got a hot plate coming, and I'm also trying to swap out phones. I have had this phone now for 3.5 years, and the last few days I have been working to get a new one. Trying to find something that wouldn't put me too badly out of hock, and then I'm on SSDI. Payments. So, and my payments go up about $30 at the start of the year, and I'm also going to be doing chicken sitting duties, which means there'll be a little bit of a gap in September between posts of the Pauly Perspective, as my perspective is going to be over on the other side of town. There's this woman that I know has a big chicken and quail coop, so I'm going to be taking care of that from the 16th to the 23rd. And I'm just going to be carrying light, so I'm not bringing my computer, and I'm not bringing I'm going to bring my little camera that I use for Life with Ella. Maybe I'll shoot a little something for that for the Pauly Perspective, and I'll bring Ella with me, but I'm not going to be doing all the other stuff. So what was I going to say? Oh, yes. I go to Lake Square Mall, which is like 2 miles from me. And on the T-Mobile app and on the T-Mobile website, they say, well, you could get an iPhone 17e with no money down. So I mentioned this at the store, the T-Mobile store that was closest to me, and they're like, what? They're saying that's impossible. Plus, they didn't even have the phone that I was looking for, as I double checked the T-Mobile app before I left and went back home. Nice mall. It's one of those old, we connect everything to central air conditioning, and there's a food court kind of malls, like Countryside Mall in Clearwater, or the old Tampa Bay Center, not too far from the old Tampa Stadium in Tampa. It's a nice mall. And it's just a very, very small mall, and there's not too many malls around here, Lake County. If you want to go to another mall, you go to Orlando, you go to the Millennium Mall, or you go to the Florida Mall. But at any rate, I went to the T-Mobile and inquired, and they just shut me down. So late last night, right before I went to bed, couldn't watch the Rays game because they were on Apple TV, and I'm not getting Apple TV just to watch one game. When Severance comes back out with season 3, I'll watch. For All Mankind is a very, very good show, and they have a spin off that called Star City, which tells the alternate history of the space program through the Soviet point of view that I might want to watch one day, but it doesn't have to be today. So I broke down and I ordered it Friday. Now, another thing, I keep telling you there's this recurring theme about my address is hard to get to. And, Walmart can get to me with groceries, but apparently T-Mobile can't get to me with their phone. So I type in my address here at the camper, and they're like, "Well, that address doesn't exist." Well, that can't obviously be true because Walmart gets to me, but you can't. So I'm using Rob's address, and Rob will get it to me. So there's that, and now on to Sunday, and we'll see what happens with my little Allevi adventure. Now, this is something that I'm just using to see if it works. Usually I have a couple of Rob's friends pick me up, and that's how it usually goes, but I'm just doing this one time only to see if it works and see if I can actually use this for social trips. So far, so good. We'll see how it goes.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm dressed for Sunday church. So here is how it's going to go, I think. About 8:45, I should, maybe even a little before that, I should get either a text or a call about my ride either coming or being there, and then I will be at church. And then when church is over, I would say somewhere between 11 to 11:15, I hit a button on the phone, and a ride will come to get me back. So that's how it will work in theory. Let's see how it works out in practice. Okay, if there is a sound effect I have on Power Director with a record scratch, this would be a good time because I just found out that doing sound is still a go, probably late August, early September. I take back everything bad I said about anybody, but when you don't have information to go to, this is what happens sometimes, and this is one of these times that I'm going to be eating crow.
So hello everybody. I'm here somewhere, as Ella has decided to make her appearance known. I'm here somewhere, folks. There we go. Okay. So I just got back from church, quite just literally at 11:52 in the morning. And Ella has no idea who I'm talking to, so I'm just going to go over like this and tell you all. Yeah, I was not expecting that. That kind of came from out of left field, and now I feel bad for giving you my opinions on what was going on with the delay in getting to do sound chores. But now it's looking like that is on the right track, and it's looking like that may happen. So I hope if any of you or anybody at church saw my last few weeks worth of posts, I feel like John Cleese in A Fish Called Wanda, where I really have to humbly apologize to you all. But that's what happens sometimes in the world of vlogging. Sometimes you think you're on the right path, and sometimes you got egg on your face, and you get to eat crow for lunch. So that's what happened. The church service went well. The Allevi up and back went well. And what a hambone you are, Ella. I used to have a cat named Harry. Harry looked a lot like Ella, but was, of course, a male version. Tabby, ginger cat. And well, at any rate, let me just get back to it. We did Luke chapter 7, another part of Luke chapter 7, and I'm standing waiting for my ride. Took about 20 minutes for it to get from where it was to here. And I'm waiting out on the sidewalk on Guerrant Street in Umatilla. And everybody's like, Paul, you have it right. You have it right. I said, yep, I got my health insurance giving me an Uber back. And eventually it came, and I was able to get back here okay. So now Ella's going to depart, and I will get on to telling you, yeah, I was not expecting that to happen. I thought the possibility of me doing sound was over and done with, but yet it is alive, it is well. And maybe by the end of the month, what I'm really, really, really hoping for, my 55th birthday is September 6th, which is a Sunday this year, the day before Labor Day, and I'm kind of hoping that I will get to serve the church on my 55th birthday somehow. But we'll see how it goes. They say there's like about 3 weeks worth, maybe 4 weeks worth of improvements to the board that have to be made. Everybody's getting, everybody who does worship, sings in front of our church is going to be having earpieces, and they have to do the programming to get that going. So the sound gig is still on, much to my surprise. But that's done it for this edition of the Pauly Perspective. And like I said, I got egg on my face, and I got to eat some crow for lunch. Bye-bye for now, everybody.